There is an agency called the Midstream Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund, and there's a regulatory agency called the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. That authority takes care of the MDGIF, the Midstream Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund. Sorry, I'm not feeling too well. So now, the MDGIF is supposed to give you gas, like our father did say. They are supposed to be the ones to give you and I gas. Now, these people came to being from the PIA that was given to us, the rubbish PIA of 2021, section 54 of that PIA gave rise to this. Currently, our Obodo senators, failed senators, are seated in Abuja making laws to see how Nigeria can be self-sufficient with gas that will enter into the pockets of Nigerians. My daddy here is coming from a place in Imo State, and I'm sure they've got a lot of gas, even if I can also contest the figures given to us by our dear brother, but that's by the way. The point is this: PINL is doing what they can do. Back here in River State and Bayelsa, there's what they call NCTL, Nimbe Creek Trunk Line. There are no megadis there, no pipeline security around that area. Now, the companies that are operating within that area have decided to cut short that area, and they are doing what they call badging, stealing the crude. What are people doing in the name of bunkering? They call it badging. In petroleum engineering, there's nothing like badging. Badging is stealing, because when you produce NUPRC, former DPR, there's what they call metering system that they call lacked unit. Today they give us 3%. The 3% that we are being paid is given to us from where? Is it OPEX or CAPEX? Nobody is speaking. Now we are talking about gas, and we have too much gas deposits within the Niger Delta. The federal government seated in Abuja, in connivance with our people from the region, have done what they can do to making sure Nigeria produce gas without even getting our people employed within the stream. I'll conclude by saying this. There's a company or a place they call Cotton Channel. Companies are operational there. If you go there, it's a gory. The site is something you wouldn't want to see. These people that steals the crude, they steal it through barges and move it to the export terminal in the Atlantic. Now, our people are not involved in these activities, but sometimes when they load the crude into these obsolete barges, it will sink and split, and before you know, there will be oil spill. They say our people are the ones doing that. As we speak, there's no bunkering taking place around Cotton Channel. None of our people are employed on any of those vessels. Why am I saying this? I'm not an alarmist. We're here seated because a company called Pipeline Infrastructure understands what stakeholders engagement is. I am a whistleblower. I'm telling you that a lot is happening, our people are not employed. And it's not about coming to give us gas infrastructure. Nigeria is signatory to what they call gas flaring laws. But currently, Nigeria at the level of the United Nations is going to ask for what they call reparation. What it means in simple terminology is that split the environment means spill the environment, kill the people, let them sniff gas, but pay us money. Now, there are laws and there are monies that these IOCs pay to the companies that still flares gas. All the IOCs, all the flow stations in this country, they flare gas. But when they flare the gas, they pay federal government a particular sum. We'll be young people. I'm telling you this in the medical part again. When you stay under the flare, it affects our sperm production. This one, I'm telling you what it is. I'm not an alarmist, but pipeline infrastructure is doing too much, but they cannot carry the weight of what is to come. Something else would come again. I'm not threatening the federal government. Information is key. Our people are not employed, and they have refused. That's what they call compressed gas in petroleum engineering. Now, how many of these millions cups of gas that is being produced daily goes down. NNPC stole our money and they stole $3 billion. And they said they are going to pay back with crude. They got that money from Afrexim Bank. The only way they can get it is by suckling and drilling our reservoirs dry so that they'll optimize production. What am I here to say? I'm saying myriad of issues. I am so interested in the gas thing. Gas is the way because it's green. Gas, if we get it, we can get CNG buses. CNG buses, they're forbidding the south-south for CNG buses. You know they're Port Harcourt. I'm sure it's not in Warri. I am very, very sure it's not in Yenagoa. I am super sure it's not in Warri. I am very, very, very sure it's not in Uyo. But they have it in Obodo Abuja and Obodo Lagos. Who is fooling who? I'm not threatening them. They're doing a good job. But when the implosion starts, I don't think they can also be able to carry. They are doing a lot. So long story, I am here to tell us that the gas infrastructure design itself and what the federal government have failed to do, our senators are aiding and abetting this heinous crime against us. And we should now begin to, because there's no town hall. I am happy they said somebody from the NSA's offices there have written a couple of letters, and I know the people who did not allow you get to know who they bad. These letters I wrote is not for courtesy visit. I don't do that. But these things I said, I put it more professionally to that office. But the people who would not allow it get to him did not allow it get to him. There is an implosion in the Niger Delta. Pipeline infrastructure is doing more than enough. And I'm sure they will surpass what they signed up for. So we should sit here and begin to challenge the federal government to open up the trunk lines and employ our people so that pipeline infrastructure also, their job, they can do ease of business. Thank you. I'm not an alarmist, but I just feel I should say this. God bless you.